Hello, I'm a teenager on YouTube. Please don't take any of this too seriously. This is satire. I'm not an actual news site thing. Thank you. Bye. In Nevada, they have a swinging problem. Not a playground swing or a seesaw sway or any other swinging problem you may see in the West Coast, but a pole swinging problem. A political pole swinging problem. For this, NPR interviewed 12 people who voted for Biden in 2020 and Trump in 2024. Very, very indecisive, I would say. And it kind of makes me think that this conversation went, how about we go Republican or Democrat? Well, actually, I think I'm leaning Democrat. But Republican sounds good too. I don't know. Could you just pick for me? Actually, let's just go Republican. I might regret it later. Fine, I'll go Democrat, but if I don't like it, I'm blaming you. All that I'm saying is if you see someone cannot pick a restaurant, you should take notice. Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt has recently left the White House. She says, quote, "The truth is, returning to the White House after the birth of my daughter, I have felt in my heart that I cannot be the best mom my two young children deserve, while devoting the constant time, energy, and attention required of the White House press secretary. And that is why I have ultimately made the bittersweet decision to depart," end quote. Which I think has a lot of honesty in it. But maybe not taking care of her children, per se, but possibly her 60-year-old husband who is 32 years her senior. It makes me think that we as a society certainly are progressing, as marriage for men isn't about property, sex, or even love anymore, but possibly for some good old home care. Or maybe an in-home nurse, as you call it. There's also 2 comments underneath the AP article that I got this from that I thought was curious. I don't really know what they mean by chunks of taco, like where that comes from, or I did see decoy vehicle with the plane, but catering truck is curious to me. Quote, "Late mob boss John Gotti's reality TV star grandson has reported to federal prison after trying to shave off his sentence on fraud charges by saying he was going to donate a kidney to his ailing mother, Victoria Gotti," end quote. And I don't really have a joke to follow that up with. That's just the first sentence of the article. But I will say that I am glad to see that the Italian spirit still has a chokehold, or at least is reigning true in the United States. And I actually think that get crazy, get wild, let's party, get loud, if you want to do something crazy, is a much truer, better national anthem than what we have for the United States right now. And I myself don't really find much issue with this kidney transfer kind of shorter sentence trade-off, because, I mean, he's going to be in prison, and if you think about it, you're just surrounding him with other people who've committed what have you. So I find it to be a networking event. So, I don't know. But John Gotti's grandson, Carmen Agnello, which I believe that's how it's pronounced, the imprisonment is related to a $1.1 million fraudulent use of federal funds, I believe, which I don't think that's that bad. I mean, he did harsher things in the past, especially to his hair, such as spiked up hairdos in the 2000s, as mentioned in the AP News article, for whatever reason. ICE now is using electric gloves to shock people, which is the most backwards thing I've seen. I don't think it would deter anyone. I think you have to put together, or think about, or wonder even, how low the birth rate is. Why is that? It's not because people aren't having sex because they don't want to. It's because too many people want to get inches away from death to get off. It's that, and you have to think about what would happen if you shocked a bear. They would attack. And the men in the United States are much like bears, as we know. And there's 2 ways to take that. Even more the reason why the birth rate is low. But maybe getting frisky is a part of ICE's goal. In the article, they detail how the gloves are needed to be used on bare skin and offer compliance within seconds and give faster takedowns. And you have to think, Trump and his Republican friends have been pushing for the new wave nuclear family. Maybe this is just a part of it. After skimming 7 different news sites this morning, the first piece of propaganda that I saw was, quote, "It's hot, they're cool, why not wear flip-flops?" Simbarashi Cha asked himself the question in many ways, and he concludes yes, but I conclude the fuck no. He reasons that they're functional, perfect for the beach, and have many different variations. And my issue with it is the same thought that I have when I see people on the subway. It's like, why would you come onto the subway wide your legs, sit down, and grip the seat with your cheeks. And then when you get up and you go home, you have bumps before you even get to your stoop. You know what I mean? Like, that, you need a poncho, you know? And it's the same thing with flip-flops. Why would you let your feet kind of float over the air, no covers of your toes, to protect you from what's either growing beneath you or is going to spill beneath you, or already has been spilt or already spilt on you? That, and also men's slobber, you know? I'm trying to think, what's the other thing? That, and then the dragging sound that the flops have for people with poor arches. That's kind of like the door bobbler that stops the door from hitting the wall and fucking it up. That sound, that dragging sound, is like my own personal dog whistle. And third thing is, you got to think about it. You don't wear a thong every day because they're not comfortable. So how is it better, or at least in the same realm, of putting a plastic thong between your toes is? And if you're wearing flip-flops not for comfortability and for fashion, I'm even more concerned for our future. I don't know. Rita, come here. Come here. Come here, Rita.
Rita Lee Productions.